Hello friends, welcome back. In this quick demo, we are discussing finding a scanner, building a scanner, and then having your formulas put in here. And you can have a real-time dashboard, as you can see as the ticks come in. And this dashboard has two components, these bands and the oscillator. They all have been tied up together into this dashboard, and we trade by numbers. Depending on the instrument, you might see that they are mostly trapped in these yellow bands. On extreme volatility, they will go to the top bands, and when the trend is established correctly, like here downtrend, the pullbacks will be on the blue upper bands. As you can see, this Google, what we have clicked on, is now visible to us what's going on. Now that is not the issue here. The issue is if you have 100 of these or 200 or 500 of these you're tracking and you want to take the best trades possible, you just have to look at the dashboard numbers, just the numbers. Like these. So pay attention to these while we move forward. So anytime since the charts are linked, anytime you click on any of these, it will refresh and show you what's going on in that chart, as you can see right there. So what we are suggesting is binding these kind of tools of interest into a dashboard, and then obviously you go back and check, okay, is it working that way, what we are saying. As I said, if the trend is up right here, it will pull back just to the blue band bottom areas, and eventually it will hit the outer bands. It's showing a lot of pressure coming in, and then eventually the pressure is released, and there we go. So how good are these bands? As you can see, as I noted, if the trend is up, these are your good entries right here. When the oscillator is ready to go up along with the location on the band, which is a buy location here, right? And buy location. So initially, when the trend starts, we were in downtrend, right? The pullback is going to happen to the upper blue band and the oscillator, and down it goes. Upper blue, right? At the end of the trend is when it's going to shift. You will lose one trade. So we kept on shorting here. Now this is intraday trading we're talking about, right? And then finally is shifting. Trend is shifting now. We're going to go long here, and then pull back to long now, because the bands, the direction and the slope is also telling us what's going on. And then you're getting some reaction, anti-trade. So better to trade with the direction of the trend as projected by these bands, and the lower bands are the pullback along with the oscillator. Now you understand this is a possibility in your trading arsenal. You trade by numbers. Now here we have Apple. Let's go to AMD. It should not matter. 1118, right? The current price 1118, as you can see right here. This is all happening live right now. And then we have, as I said, each instrument has its own volatility. Sometimes they will be just confined. They will be mostly confined in this yellow bands. Extremes will work nicely. When the panic hits, you can see it can go to the green levels. See that? Because trend is so high up, this is not able to contain it, but this is a pullback right there. Second lower blue band. Perfect entries right there for swing trading, option trading. You guys can figure out that model, which one is suitable for you. Trading stocks or options, doing all. There are 22 ways to trade in options. We discussed that. But anyway, there we go. Right? Bands first going down, pull back to the blue. You got this trade. Now you went one shot, and now the structure of the bands is shifting. This is 9-minute chart, and then what we're expecting. This is holding. It goes back up. Blue area long. It's telling us long is coming, right? Stop loss is somewhere right here, just maybe below this. You trail it initially, right? So your options are there. You can manage it differently. The point is, each instrument. Let's try maybe Adobe. Adobe moves a lot. It's a great stock for income generation, right? But it goes to the upper higher end bands. So this is where I think if you're trading a large lot, 150 or something you want to scan, right? Don't need to click on charts, chart after chart after chart. You can do everything in 5 minutes. Just look at the numbers, right? So if you go to the extreme bands, outermost band, they are here. Let's take example of going back to AMD. The green band on the top is 123. You can just see right here, right? The bottom is 114. You can see right there. So it's telling us where the actual location of these bands are. So outermost are this 34, innermost are next right here 120. Look at this AMD line across, AMD line across 120 and 117, 120 on top, 117 at the bottom. So this is the outermost, then this is the middle one, and these are the blue ones, the innermost. Let's check it out. So it is saying is 120 and 118.91, right? 118 and 119, sorry. Yeah, 119, 118 right there, right? So upper and lower, outer. Let's maybe point it here. This is one pair. This is another pair, and internally this another pair. And these are all represented going right to left. Plus and minus. Minus is low, plus is high. Minus is low, plus is high. Minus is low, plus is high of these bands. And what do we do then once we have this? Well, we look for the dashboard. Now we look at the price. AMD is at 118. Go across and see if I've identified that I will only trade by going back in time and checking. Okay, hey, I will only trade extremely slow when they go initiative. I was trying to use that word, but let's say they go outside these extreme bands. But you will know that, right? So what you have to do is look at their number and see if you're trading this outer bands, is it close to any of the outer bands? It's not. It's right in the middle, as you can see. Okay, how about the yellow bands? Is it close to any of the yellow bands? It is closer to the lower part of it, which is 117.53, and it's 116. It's $1 difference, right? Make sense? Okay, so it tells me where the position is at this point. Now this could be one of the trade location we want to trade. Oscillator is not ready. If it comes down, it might pull it down out, maybe a trade. The trend is now down, as we already established on Friday. The market trend has shifted down on our pro trading tools, as you guys already who are in the program know about it. So you can also draw a trend line, right, just to get a confidence. So trend line is working. Is on the top of the bands. We have a tradable signals. So that is the dashboard, which is also now ready for consumption, and you can add 100 of these. Let's check Tesla. See, Tesla is in a bullish mode, right? This morning Tesla was here, and if it's a real-time dashboard, it's not historical, right? At 5 o'clock in the morning, stock was at 256, which is exactly at the low of the band and the oscillator, and then it is up $10 from there. So you have to observe going back in time. When the trend is strong, you can see going to the lower Blue is the way to go. Trend is trying to shift down. Blue is the only one it will go to. Comes down, retests, right? And the average is trying to go down, and this oscillator is telling us it's not getting even to the overbought level. It is stuck in the middle, weakness. But you will know this level if you are trading this level, watching the dashboard is right there. So you will know this level. You will know the distance between each of them right there by looking at the group you want to trade with. Now if you go to maybe 1 minute chart, right, it will be different. Go to 6 minute chart or 3 minute chart. They all will be using the same bands, but they will adjust according to time frame and use the appropriate bands. I hope this helps, and if there's a value, folks can contact to acquire this if this interests and helps you get more efficient. It won't make you a good trader. It's going to tell you that you are trading at the right locations with high probabilities. So you are giving you these locations, right? That's all there is. Let's look at maybe Netflix, right? So something which is reusable, trend is up, pullback right here, pullback right here, right? These pull back into the on an uptrend, ongoing trend, blue, 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 downtrend, blue, short. So you will know these locations, and then that way, if you have top 40 you trade, and just look at, you keep observation. This takes 5 seconds to scan them. Okay, my high low is right here. Where am I? So let's find out if something is sitting on the band. Like this one is below. Oracle has now dropped below this band, right? So if you look at this, value is 123. 123. It is hitting the yellow bands right there, 133. So you know that. Now trend is moving down, right? So will you go long, or will you wait for this guy to hit around 125, 126, or maybe 126 right here? If I'm going to go short, I want to pull back to these levels. So this is not going to happen every minute by minute, right? This is a little bit of swing opportunity, right location opportunity. So you go from 3-day chart, 6-day chart, 9-day chart, down to daily and 4-hour chart, and down from there to execution 9-minute chart. So you have to identify the trends first. Which way is the 4-hour, 1 hour moving? And if they are still bullish, then you're looking for a pullback. You can at least wait for 50% of the pullback. If I do a 50 of this, right? 50 of this is somewhere right here. This is going to be around 61% of this impulse move, right? All right, so this is all there is to scanner. It's not a trading methodology or nothing else. It is finding those locations of interest much easily, and it is tracking for you. And you can add any oscillator also here, or any other tools also. As long you can print something, we can plot it here. So you should have a tool with the plot statements already there, which we capture and we put it here just for ease. So I hope it made sense how we can use this to identify the trend, pull back in the trend, and the oscillator giving us an opportunity area as well. All right, this one, perfect. Trend is up, came down to the lower end of it. Now obviously if you were trading this at the close, it's a different story. Okay, so Microsoft, everything is now in a pullback. We already told the team on Friday where the Friday closed. We are in downtrend. We're just taking, I think on Thursday, Pro Trading Group knows that how we identify those higher level time frame trends, and we take only those directional bets. And this is what this can do for you to drill down. If trend is down, I just want to be on the upper edges. Now if I want to trade this, I want it to be here, right here. All right, thank you so much. I hope this helps.